Well, I mean, this has been, as you said, a long-standing belief of constitutional scholars and others that the right to birthright citizenship is sacrosanct. So the fact that they are willing to take this up and to start to parse it and consider the restrictions that are being proposed by the Trump administration means that this right could potentially be in play going forward.
So what's next? May 15th? Is that what we focus on?
So as you said, the restrictions are on hold for now, but May 15th will be a closely followed arguments. This usually takes several hours where we listen attentively to what each of the justices, the questions that they're asking and how that might indicate what their thinking is.
I mean, this would be a significant change in a policy that's been standing.
Yeah, I mean, this has been sacrosanct that the children of people who are non-citizens who are born in this country have the right to American citizenship. So this will go to, hospitals across the country when babies are born. Are they going to give those babies a Social Security number or not? And so this could start to roll back that, and it's part of the Trump administration's larger, very aggressive crackdown on immigration to this country over multiple cases.
What is the legal case here? Because in the Section 1 of the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, it does go into the fact that all persons born or naturalized in the U.S. are subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the U.S. and the state wherein they reside. Is the Supreme Court challenging the meaning of that?
That clause, subject to the jurisdiction thereof, is the one that is being put into question. And the question is whether these non-citizens who are here are really subject to the jurisdiction. And so that is what they're going to tease out in part during these arguments.
So I am curious,
What
did you just ask?
I'm
sorry. There's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, producers are talking to Carol, so I'm jumping in a little bit. I was asking specifically about Section 1 of the 14th Amendment and how that is open to interpretation with this legal case.
Sorry, it's one of those kind of days and kind of these weeks and one of these kind of years. I want to flip to Google and the case there of Google partially losing a U.S. advertising tech antitrust case. This was a federal judge finding Google to have illegally monopolize some online ad technology markets in a blow to what is a really key part of Google's business. Walk us through this one.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the second major ruling against Google in a tech antitrust case. And this case has to do with the pipeline that underpins Google's advertising business. So they control the technology soup to nuts, from the ad servers to the putting these ads on websites. And this judge found that Google monopolizes the part that has to do with the ad server tools. And I know this is all very wonky, but it goes back to their acquisition of a company called DoubleClick in 2008.
That was so long ago. That was so long ago.
So the DOJ actually is in the remedy portion of this case, which will follow today's decision. Is DOJ is asking for the judge to order Google to sell off that DoubleClick unit.
It's unbelievable.
But of course, over the years, it has been integrated into their business, and so it's kind of like trying to unscramble the omelet.
So is there an appeal coming? Should we assume?
So
Kenny?
Yes, Google has already said they will appeal this part of the case. They did win the part of the case that has to do with display ads, so they're safe on that count. But all of this marks a bigger reckoning for the tech companies that have gotten so powerful, and it shows that we have a rare little spot of bipartisan consensus on antitrust and limiting the power of big tech, because these cases have been taken forward both by the first Trump administration, who filed the first Google case, which was about search, and the Meta case, which is currently playing out in another D.C. courtroom, and they were carried forward by the Biden administration. So we're not seeing a lot of light between conservatives and liberals on these cases. Just
real quickly, just about 20 seconds here, Sara. So that's what I was going to ask, because we know this was a kind of second major blow to Google that was already found to have monopolized the online search market in a separate case. Is this all Google specific, or I kind of get the feeling it's a larger message here for some of those big tech guys? Just quickly.
This is a larger message, and we have cases running now against Amazon, Meta, Apple, and Google. So it's broad.